Good morning, besties. Welcome. It is currently Sunday morning, and let me just say it is quite toasty. Technically, it's not summer yet, but it definitely feels like it. It has been in the hundreds recently, and boy, it has been hot. We have had excessive heat warnings already. Summer is fully gearing up, and I need to do a deep clean of my closet today because I have a bunch of sweaters in there that I'm not going to be using, and it's just gotten really stuffed. So I need to make sure that I deep clean all of that, make it easier to access. And you guys know how I feel about clutter. If my space is cluttered, then I feel cluttered, and I think I just need to tackle that. And I also wanted to talk about the new challenge that I'm doing. So I just finished 75 soft. Actually, yesterday on the 6th was the full official last day. I honestly love the challenge. I had wanted to do the 75 hard for quite a while, but the rules just seem so strict, and I didn't want to put myself through the super strict rules because I just know how I work personally. Then I just finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna adjust it to my lifestyle and make it more realistic for me, and that's what helped me stick to it. Also, it really helped me to come out of a plateau that I was in. For a while I had been working out, hadn't seen any changes, and then I finally saw changes. It also helped me come out of a mental rut. I was super stressed and overwhelmed all the time, just coming home, knocking out, coming home, and just scrolling on my phone. And the 75 soft just really pushed me to step away from that, and I was fueling my hobbies. I was reading more, I was going for walks, I was, making sure that I was taking my time with my workouts. I was, trying to minimize the stress, just making sure that I'm eating better, and it just overall really helped me. And now I want to do another 75 days, but this time we're gonna level it up and we're gonna call it 75 medium. Thumbnail wise though, we'll still call it 75 soft because that's more searchable. Okay, that's between us. On the daily, we're still doing 2 workouts, but this time I'm gonna obviously do my morning workout. To level it up a little bit, I want to alternate walks and runs. I actually wanted to start picking up running again for no particular reason, but just I love the runner's high. It's very addicting, and I've missed that feeling. So I kind of want to get back into it a little bit and just start alternating walks and runs in there. And then something that really helped me with the last one was making sure that I wasn't grabbing my phone instantly from waking up and then not using my phone an hour before bed. So I just really want to make sure that I prioritize that, because not gonna lie, I slept a little recently and I did not like the feeling. I did not like the feeling of the endless scrolling. So at least it's working, but it's easy to fall back into it. Continue fueling an hour of a hobby or reading. So that really helps me to kind of push myself to be a little bit more creative, but not in a sense where I'm like forcing myself to be creative. It's starting to come to me naturally, where I'm like doing the scrapbooking, or I'm coloring, I'm doing other things instead of reaching for my phone. And then of course, you guys know I prioritize my sleep, and I will stand by how important sleep is. So just making sure that I'm continuing with that 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. schedule, but really working on waking up exactly at 5 a.m. because I just for some reason cannot wake up exactly at 5 a.m. Like I always have to do 5:10, 5:20, never 5 a.m. So my goal this challenge is to start waking up exactly at 5 a.m. And then with the last 75 soft, I was just focusing on making myself home cooked meals and just eating better meals for myself. And we're going to continue that, but with a little challenge to eat only home cooked meals Monday through Friday at least, because we kind of slipped a little, not gonna lie. Some days got lazy and we're like, let's just order something, and I feel like it's starting to pick up where it's becoming a constant thing. We're just getting lazy, and we can't let that slip again. So I've been trying to stick to the same videos for an entire week, and then I'll switch it up for the next week. I am the type of person where I need there to be change in my workouts because I get bored. But before the 75 soft challenge, I was doing like a different video every single day, every single workout, and I think that was just a result of my high cortisol, because I was like, I need to change this. Okay, I can't stick to this video. I can't finish this video. I need to finish another one. I need to start a different one. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like, that's how I was feeling, like so anxious. Like I just couldn't get through the videos. So I had to constantly be changing it up. But since starting the 75 soft, I've forced myself to stick to the same set of videos for an entire week. So I actually have 2 channels that I have been loving so much recently when it comes to the strength training, and that is Karina Coco Fit. I feel like she's more new to the whole YouTube game, at least I think, because she doesn't have that many subscribers, but I think she deserves a lot more because her workouts are great. And then another channel I've been loving, which is the one I'm going to follow right now, is by Nourish Move Love. I love that channel so much because the energy is just great. I feel like she has good intentions behind her workouts, and it's just to move your body and love your body. So I have been loving following her workouts. Plus, it's a really good challenge as well. Time to make some breakfast. So today we are going to be making ourselves a little at-home El Changuito toast and coffee, because normally on the weekends I like to treat myself to a little day at the cafecito place that I like to go to, but today we're going to save some money. We're going to go ahead and make our own little El Changuito toast, finally using the bread we bought from Nakata Market. It's the same bread that they use for the fruit sandwiches that they make. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a slice of this one. We're gonna try to use this today. Later, I'm gonna try to make chicken katsu sandwiches. So I don't know, this bread just looks like it's so beautiful. We're gonna pop this in the toaster. So our bread is nice and toasted. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put some almond butter on it. So you wanna make sure it's the creamy kind. And lastly, just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top. So they actually use this like flaky type of sugar, and then they use one of those torch things to caramelize it, but we don't have that. So we're just sprinkling a little bit of sugar, and this is the sugar that we're using. Cheers. Not exactly the same, but pretty similar. I think if I just had the right sugar. And for my coffee, I'm going to be using one of these. They are the Cansabil little coffee packets in the hazelnut flavor. That's pretty good. Going to enjoy the rest of my coffee and do a bit of scrapbooking. I want to work on a page for the Vegas trip that we just took recently. I went to Walgreens and I printed out a bunch of the pictures from the trip. Vegas pages are fully done. I actually really like how it turned out. I love when pages turn out differently than how I planned, because I had originally saved those 2 bags to use as backgrounds, and I know the only thing I knew that I wanted to do was do this like overlapping thing with the little canal thing that's at the Venetian. And then I started thinking about like, what did we do on this trip? What can I really utilize here? And something big was that this entire week I was just obsessed with playing cards, and so I was like, let me just do a playing card because that's so Vegas. So I did that, and I just did the Ace of Spades since I had the Kate Spade bag. It literally worked out perfectly. I just cut out the little spade. I used the A from the Coach bag. This backdrop is from the Coach bag. And then I just did a little heart. So I just have a little picture here of everyone that went on the trip. This was at the Bellagio Conservatory. And then over here, I put a picture of what the conservatory theme was, which was hot air balloons. It was actually so pretty in there, and it smelled really good. I'm pretty sure it was artificial smells, but it smelled like flowers, and just, it was so nice. And the music they were playing, it was beautiful. I always wanted to go to the Bellagio Conservatory. So we finally did that on this trip. I did a little cutout of the statue from Caesar's Palace. So one of the main things from Caesar's Palace is there's a lot of statues like this. So I cut this one out. The ceilings at the Caesar's Palace and the Bellagio, no, I don't remember if the Bellagio had. I think the Bellagio did also have ceilings like this. And also the Venetian, they had very beautiful ceilings. And over here is actually a sign from Las Vegas. This is an old picture, and I just cut out the Las Vegas sign part. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I had this I love Princess Polly sticker. I cut out the Princess Polly part and I just put the Las Vegas. Guys, I actually love Vegas so much. Every time we go to Vegas, I love it so much. We don't do your typical Las Vegas stuff like gambling, drinking, and all of that. We just go for the food. We go to walk around, go shopping, and I feel like Vegas just has so much to do that I don't know, I just love it. Like, I wouldn't mind living in Vegas. That's why I put the I love Vegas sticker. And then over here, as I mentioned, these are 2 photos. So this picture was actually taken in front of this, but I took a picture of just the background and then a picture of us in front of it, and I just overlapped it because I thought that was kind of cool. And then I just put down here what we did, which was basically eating, shopping, walking down the strip, having a good time. My favorite part were all of the laughs during this trip. It was a girls' trip. It was my sisters and my cousin. I put some of the little stops that we did, so like Cafe Lola, Carlo's Bakery, just some of the stuff that we bought. So kind of a simple spread, but I think just very cute. I don't know, I really, really like this page. I like how it turned out. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with cleaning out my closet. See, things like this. Obviously, I love this. I just bought this, but I didn't get to wear it because winter was basically gone by the time that this came around. So I'm going to save this for next season. So I need to put some of this stuff away in my bins because I'm not going to wear them at the moment. Stuff like this, I think I can save. So I have a couple of pairs of pants that don't fit me at the moment, but I'm not going to get rid of them because they're like one size down, and I want to save them just in case I eventually need new pants. I don't want to have to go through the process of having to buy a bunch of new pants when I already have some. So what I'm gonna do instead, I am going to utilize this second little shoe rack that I have over here to put the pants in. And I feel like that'll help me save some space up here so it's not too stuffed. Have literally all of these jackets and sweaters. Then I pulled out this little duffel bag, which was also full of sweaters. So I'm just dumping everything into this giant plastic bag, and I think I'm gonna send this to Mexico. Okay, closet is super clean now. We have it all organized. We definitely got rid of quite a lot. Look at all of this. This was all just sweaters. I didn't even know I owned that many sweaters. And I just have everything organized in a much better way. I got rid of so many things. So I just feel less cluttered. Okay, let's go make food. Meanwhile, we're cooking the chicken over there. I'm going to prepare the cabbage. This cabbage is massive. Okay, now we're going to make the cabbage dressing. So this is the video that I'm following, by the way. This is where I'm getting my instructions from to make this katsu sandwich. Okay, so we are going to start off with 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame. And I also don't know if we have 2 tablespoons worth, but we'll be fine. 1. Oh, we had enough. Okay, so I don't know where the little stone for this thing is. I know we have one, I just don't know where it went. So I'm just using this lemon squeezer. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of soy sauce. 1.5 teaspoon of rice vinegar. That'll be enough. 1.5 of sesame oil. Holy shit, it smells like rice vinegar, literally. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of Kewpie mayo. Alright, now we're going to try to make a katsu sauce to go with the chicken sandwich. This is a video that I'm following for that sauce. I don't have exactly what we need, but I'm going to use substitutes. So I do have the ketchup. We're going to do 1/4 cup of Worcester sauce, which I don't have, but I read a good substitute is soy sauce. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. We don't have oyster sauce, so I'm going to use fish sauce. Okay, and then lastly, it calls for 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Give this a little mix. So I'm just drying the cabbage a little bit because the chicken is almost done. So I'm gonna mix the sauce in little by little because I don't know, I don't want to do too much here, and then just give it a good little mix. Okay, it is now time to assemble the sandwich and hope for the best that it turned out good. Okay, so we're gonna do just a little bit of Kewpie mayo on the bread. It's actually my first time trying Kewpie mayo. My sisters love Kewpie mayo, but I've never really had it, so I'm just scared I won't like it as much because I'm not a huge mayo person. I'm gonna do some of the cabbage here. I'm gonna drizzle some of this on top and take the sandwich. And then typically with these sandwiches, you cut off the edges. Don't worry, we'll eat all of the edges and stuff too, but just to make it look pretty, we'll cut it the way that it's typically served. So my sandwich is falling apart, but it still looks pretty good. So let's give it a try. That's good. Brenda, this is actually really good. Like, no lie. It's actually really good. Did you know that they actually sell katsu sandwiches at Dodger Stadium now?
Really?
Yeah. Once again, thank you guys so much. That was so weird.
What?
I literally just took a bite of my sandwich and I swear I was at Dodger Stadium.
No way.
No, for real.
Let me try. Oh.
Brenda, we're at stadium number 2 on our bucket list. This time it's Dodger Stadium. First, let's try the fried gyoza. I'll come back to it. Next, this is fried tempura. Okay. What is this? What did I say this is called? Something like that. Chicken on the skewer.
You'll get your home.
Ah, good. I think it's teriyaki chicken. And then this is a vegetable egg roll. Try it. Now the next thing we're gonna try is a chicken katsu sandwich. Mine was better. Mine was better. The one I made.
Because yours is all white. Or white meat. This one has dark meat. I'm not gonna lie, the one you made was better.
I mean, not gonna lie.
It's all white meat.
Not gonna lie.
All dark meat.
It looks cheaper.
For real. It does look cheaper. It's brown meat.
But it's expensive.
Brown chicken. $15 chicken. Not worth it. So sadly, Dodgers lost, but it was still fun because we got a free concert at the end and we got to wait for the traffic to die down, so now we get to just zoom back home. Exactly. Did everybody have fun?
Go Dodgers!
Okay, Dad, wasn't expecting that.